we might not make it home. Okay guys, right now we are going on our first road trip with the Model Y and we're heading towards Taiping, Perak, which is about a 211 kilometers drive. So right now we are at a 93% charge. That's supposed to give us 490 kilometers, but obviously that isn't a real world case scenario. Realistically, this will probably give us 300-ish based upon my experience of driving it for the past few weeks. But of course, we're not going all the way there on a single charge. We are going to charge on the way, which I have two alternatives here. A pretty good spot at Starbucks Sunway Tambun, which has both a 100 and a 30 kilowatt charge. Of course, I think the better one would be is Arena Bukit Gantang, which has a 50 kilowatt charge. So these are the two options. So let's see how it goes. We'll drive to Ipoh and then see what the charge is like. So just a quick update, 15 minutes to our trip. Right now we've already used about 10%. I was driving a little bit fast, but all this while on chill mode, still on chill mode, not the standard mode. So now the estimated earlier was 36% if we reach Taiping, around there. But right now it's dropped to 27. So about 220 over kilometers will use up, maybe estimate about 70% of the battery. So yeah, a real world scenario, I think a full charge or a 90+% charge will give you about 300 kilometers at best. We are here. Okay, let's see where it is. No way. Move out the way. Okay, just move out the way, man. Oh, look, private parking. We got ourselves a private parking. Okay, unfortunately no shade, but that's fine. That's fine. At this point, battery is more important. Okay, let's see how to get this done now. Let's pull this. Okay, I'm gonna start charging. Preparing, connecting. Oh yeah, we've started charging. Oh yeah, 1 hour at 44 kilowatts. Then we'll just have to grab something here for 1 hour and then we're done. 1 hour's okay. 1 hour's okay. Then we'll see how much. Again, I'm charging all the way to 95. We're now at like 11:30, just in time for brunch. So right now we're having brunch. As you can see, very nice meal. I have nasi lemak and this fried chicken looks good. Some veggie and an egg. So I've left the Model Y to charge, and right now on the app you can see a live feed of how it's doing. If there's any funny action going on. But not only that, of course, you can check the status. So right now we are at 62% already. 35 minutes left remaining to charge to 95%. Yeah, and then we can go into live feed. Look at that. Like, if this isn't the future, I honestly don't know what is. Seeing the convenience of knowing that your car is safe while you're having your meal is unbelievable. Oh, right now we are at 94. We're done. 85 ringgit for 52 kilowatts of charging. 1 hour charge time. It's pretty fast already, so that's what you would expect from about 20%-ish all the way up to 90. Okay, let's just see how the damage is on the front and see if there's any collateral rock chip, stone chip on the front. So far nothing, it's just that dead bugs like that. We got that here. These are not chips, just splatters, but overall the front looks fine. But there you go, done. Okay, let's get in. So we have to put on the covers because it's really getting too hot. Woo!
Oh no,
the car is baking. It's 34 degrees Celsius right now and the car is baking. We do not have any shade whatsoever, and honestly this is too hot. It's melting in here and it's really baking. So what we're gonna do is put on the shade back because it's just too hot. But of course this is after 1 hour in the hot sun. But it's definitely too hot. Okay, so we're gonna put this shade back on.
Rekod muka saya juga. Nih, sign sini.
Kasih sign.
Okay, thank you.
Nice way.
Okay, we are just about to head back to KL from Taiping. You can see we have our boot all filled up. Look at that. Ample amount of space. Totally filled up. Loads of stuff. And we are ready to go. We will not reach our destination in one charge. Home will be -16. But if we go to one of the R&R which has a charging station, it'll be at 41%. So we're just going to make sure that we charge maybe about 20, 25, okay, to be safe, 30%, just to make sure that we can get home safe. And get to business. Put this in. Preparing, charging. Here we go. And it has an hour to fully charge to 95%. But right now I am going to actually set it to 75% so that, you know, we don't overpay, because we don't need it to be 100% or even 95%. We just need it to be enough to reach home, which we calculate with a bit of buffer, 75%. So we're going to charge from 40 to 75%, which is another 35% charge. Once it reaches 75%, it will cut off, and then we are good to go.
A few moments later.
Okay, so we've done charging our trip all the way back home. It will give us 16%, which is a good buffer in case of anything. So I think one thing good about like driving on steep roads, especially going downhill, is that because of the regenerative holding brake, where basically the car brakes itself the moment you let go of the pedal, it brakes a lot more earlier, and you don't actually use the brakes at all. So like right now we're going this famous road down to Ipoh. It's a winding, curvy road, downward sloping hill. I've not used the brake once since, because the moment I let go of the pedal, it brakes already. So it's so much safer. You still can do a one pedal drive, and you just feel so much safer because the moment you let go, it starts braking for you. So I feel so much safer, and you don't wear out the brakes so often as you would, if you were going down the hill. Yes, for other cars you can use the gears, but why need gears when the motor itself regens your power and also brakes for you? So I love this feature. I'm still using one pedal drive, going downhill, breeze, no problem. So because the moment I let go, it totally brakes, and I can control very easily the distance between me and the other car in front of me. So great. Oh shoot, we might not make it home if I continue to be heavy-footed. I put in the 10% buffer, but apparently it's kind of not enough. But we'll see. I just have to control my foot a little bit, keep under 120, and then we should be fine. So you see, earlier it was 3%, now it went up to 5%. So it takes, I believe it takes the average. Well, I think we should be safe. We should be safe. And we just reached back with 7% battery left. This was the warning that they gave. So here is the breakdown of my costing. In the first column, we have what I've charged at home, which I'm using a price per kilowatt hour of 40 cents. This may vary, it may be lesser, it may be more depending on your total usage, with a charge capacity of 93%, which cost me about 28-29 ringgit. The next stop I made was at the R&R Bukit Gantang, where I charged a total capacity of 66%, and that cost me 85 ringgit. From the RNR, I traveled to Taiping, which I spent another 3 days, 2 nights there, and another 227 kilometers before I did my last charge at the RNR again of 35%, and that cost me 42 ringgit. So in total, I traveled a distance of about 718 kilometers, and it cost me 156 ringgit, not inclusive of tolls. Now, how would that compare versus my Volkswagen Golf? Right now, for that, I'm just going to give average of 420 kilometers on a single RON95 pump of 100 ringgit. That would total up to 171 ringgit. Now, the difference isn't a lot, it's only 15 ringgit, and majority of the cost is coming from the charge at the RNR. Now, assuming that I have a home charger in Taiping itself, I would have potentially saved half the cost. That will perhaps only cost me about 80 ringgit. So that's just something to take note of. I hope you've enjoyed this video so far. Do feel free to leave me a comment, tell me what you think, follow me because it will help this channel tremendously, and I hope to see you guys again soon.